G'day once again, guys. Welcome to another video. I was actually going to do this as a stream, but been having a few problems with setting it up in YouTube. So I've decided I'd do a recording and then post it up. Now, of course, there's the Rotate MD-80 Mad Dog, and it's wearing the Japan airline livery, and we're sitting at Narita airport in Tokyo. And as probably a lot of you already know, this is a new freeware scenery that's just become available, and quite frankly is extremely well done for freeware. In fact, I think it's equal to any payware out there. From what I read, the developers, a group of fellows that go by the name of Sea2Sky, spent quite a long time doing this, and I think everybody admit it really is a great job that they've done. The detail, as I said, is just remarkable. Let's just have a quick look around. So we've got two runways at Narita. I'm pretty sure it's just the two. Or is it three? Oh no. Oh yeah, it's only two. So you got this one here, and where's the other one? It's in the distance somewhere over there. But just look at the detail around here. Look at the colour of those roofs and the maintenance depots and all the parking areas and terminals. And this looks like driveway up to the terminal over here. Are they solar panels on the roof? And look at the car parks. I think also what they've done is included a bit of ortho around the area. Some of the detail there is pretty good as well. I was looking over here before. You look at that building, the houses and things around. It's so good. I do have ortho tile surrounding the area, but I'm pretty certain this is part of theirs. Quite good. Anyway, let's get down and sort a few things out here. Okay, first thing we can do is we should be able to bring Sam into play here. So let's see if we can bring that air bridge over. Got it on manual, so let's see what happens here. Also noticed over here, I think we've got our Zulu time up here. Bit of advertising here for, what is it, Sumitomo Matsui Banking Corporation. There we go. Alright, seeing that we've got the air bridge over, I think what I might do, now let's just open up our cargo, doors, and we'll also open up the forward door. Not going to worry about rear doors or any others. Move him out of the way, and we'll bring over ground handling. So we need the loaders there, we need the fuel there. We don't need to worry about forward stairs or these here. Oh, that's the, what that is. Oh, catering. We can't open up the door here, so we're not going to worry about catering. I'm not going to worry about opening up the rear stairway. We'll just leave it with what we've got. So let's get them up. It'll be noisy. So we may as well jump inside and get a few things up and running. Okay, first things, our battery comes on. And our position lights. Emergency lights. Whoops, make sure. Wrong. What am I doing? Wrong one. That's them. No smoking. We've got our seat belts going. Need our GPU. I think we've got to get our start pump on. Move him out of the way, we'll get our APU up and running. That should start to move straight away. Now it's time to load our cargo, fuel, etc. Everything's right there, over to here. Now SimBrief have given me all the details I need for fuel, block fuel. So fuel all tanks is 20369. Total payload today is 287. Enter that. Trip fuel 8412. And we'll start to load our fuel, expedite it. Same thing with the cargo and the passengers. Pending. I think I've got a closed door. I'll just check that. Did I open the door? No, I didn't. That's why I can't load my passengers. It should work now. There we go. Okay. That's out of the way. And get rid of the GPU. Just check everything's right there. All that's loaded. Don't need that anymore. Okay. Now I've got to set our altimeter. Active sky. Where are you? There. Okay, active sky says that Narita is wind is 210 at 8 knots and the altimeter is 1006. Just double check that up here. While we're looking at it, runway 22 is departure 1007. Okay. Up and set IRS. Get some lighting on our instruments. What I might do is get rid of that noisy stuff outside. We've loaded our fuel and we've loaded our cargo, so I think I'll clear them off. Okay, they're out of the way. Let's go down do our FMC. That noise should drop away, I hope. So we're going down today, we're going down to, where are we going to? Down to Osaka, I think, just hang on. Yeah, it's Osaka. Romeo, Juliet, Oscar, Oscar, Oscar. Let's activate that. Okay, now company route. Let's hope that's, yep. Now, sometimes this happens that when you put the company route in, that for some reason the destination airport goes out. Don't know why, but we'll fix that. Activate it. We already got our legs in, which we can check out after. In the meantime, let's go to the menu. We've got our performance. Now, because we've loaded everything, of course, we can just fill this in. Our reserves are going to be 3. Cost index is going to be 30. We're going to be flying at 340. And our cruising wind is, what is it? It's going to be 234/043. Now outside temperature is going to be -40. And I think the transition height for Tokyo is 14,000 feet. Outside temperature, well, yeah, we can get that from active sky here. What is it? 30 degrees. Okay, I'm going to flex, take off. Just drop that down a bit so I can see. Going to go down a bit further. I'm going to flex to about 50. Can see that a bit better now, I think. Let's try 50. Right, and what we've got to do, of course, is we've got to disarm the automatic reverse thrust. Now we've got to work out what our V-speeds are going to be. And what I've done is I've put this table into AviTab. So what we'll do, we'll go into AviTab, switch it on, and we go into charts first. And here's our speed chart. Now what I do is I go back over here and we have a look what our gross weight is. 127. Okay, now we're going to look for 127 there. So I'm just going to flick forward. A fellow by the name of Graham made this up. So there's no 27, but there's a 26 or 128. We'll go to 128, and we're going to be doing a flaps 11 takeoff. So he's calculated the speeds already for VR and V2. Okay, so 137, 142. And V1 will be 10 off that, so that's 127. So there we go. Now our IRS is aligned, so we can actually execute any of that. Next thing is look at the legs again, and our first waypoint Tetra HME, it's Sierra Zulu Echo. So let's go over now to over tab, and we'll put in our airport. Hit enter. And put in the airport first off. And there we go. And while that's loading, I'm going to go outside and get rid of these guys over the back here. You can still hear the noise they're making. So what I'll do is hide them all. It gets a bit noisy with them. Alright, where were we here? And there we are at gate 16. Now, according to SimBrief, and to Active Sky, the departure runway was 16 right. So I'll just double check that. Although they've changed, this one's now to runway 22. Oh no, that's the wrong. What am I doing? I put in the wrong flight plan there. Let's try this again. This is better. Might have to change that to QNH, eh? So what's QNH? It's a 1006. Now let's have a look at the briefing. 16 left. 16 right. That coincides with with the SimBrief. So I've got to go back down and just change that QNH to 1006. Okay, it's all done. Slip back over here. So 16 right, 16 right's the departure. Back we go. Let's see if we can see what the departure's like. And Sakura, I think, is what SimBrief was offering. So let's have a look at Sakura. Aha, look at that one. There's a complicated one for you. And there's Tetra. Let's have a slip back down, have a look at this. There's Tetra. So that's our first waypoint. And if we take that Sakura departure, I think it's going to take us out 157 degrees. It's going to take us back out. We're going to obviously line up with the VOR, and then we're going to go out to Tetra. Now that's nothing unusual for Japan, for Tokyo, because there's all sorts of restrictions there to stop aircraft flying over the city, which is all around here. So not surprising. So what we'll do here, let's go into our departures. And we said it was going to be runway 16 right. And Sakura. Transition, I don't think there's... no, that'll do us. Execute. Let's have a look at the legs. So there's Tetra. We'll slip over now and have a look at the mode and see if it follows that departure in Navigraph, not Navigraph. Let's have a look. Yeah, looks like it. Yep, we're going to be doing a big turn there. Back over there and out to Tetra and then down to Osaka. So that's done. Now we're going to continue on with our procedures. Just check the speed bugs are right. There they are. Yep. Okay, now we get the HP bleed. We put both of them on. Gully can come on. Windshield anti-fog, anti-ice comes on. Click on the yaw damper. Click on the radio rack venturi fan. Cabin goes here. Cabin pressurization is automatic. Just hit the fuel reset just to reset that. We're going to do our hydraulic pumps now to hello. Transponder goes over to standby. Going to leave it on 2000. There's ATC are hardly ever on here, unfortunately. Right, the APU bleed comes on. One of these we flick off now. Down and put our pneumatic cross valves on. And we can close our doors now. Just check outside, make sure everything's okay. And close the forward door, close the cargo doors. That should be it. Don't need this anymore. Okay, gully goes off. And we get our pumps on. I'd say we should be using the centre tank. Let's have a look. Not a lot, but yes, we'll be using it. Both the bleeds come off now. Our transfer pumps come on. Position and strobe lights can come on. Anti-collision could come on. Transponder goes to XPDR. Flight director's on now. Maximum bank angle will be 15. Heading runway, let's have a look at that quickly. Where are you? 157. And next thing we do is we put our altitude now. I will put it all the way up to flight level 340. Well, don't want to go that high. 340. There we go. And our speed. Climb out will be 250. Done. Now we're going to do our what they call the fuel panel zero fuel adjustment. And what's that? That's over to here. Now zero fuel rate as calculated by Simbrief was 108,243. That'll do. Let it go and bang, back to the gross weight. Okay, everything's looking good. Time to call for a pushback. Now let's go back here, just double check. Looks like we're going to have to come out and back around here and then down to taxiway Alpha, all the way to Alpha 1. Alright, let's get it going. Pre-plan it. Now let's see if we can find out. Oh, there's our taxiways there, so we should be able to come out here and turn that way. And there, and let's enter.
Alright, Captain, got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
Okay, we are ready.
Great news, Captain, your tow's coming.
Right, now while that's happening, this is where I put in the long trim. So to do that, we have a look here. Go up here first, and we've got to go to our takeoff. So what's our centre of gravity? 14. Down here, swing across, centre of gravity 14. Now I'm going to be at flaps 11. So long trim's going to be, what's that?
Alright, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
It's close to 6. Just make sure this is dead on. That's it. Just slip over here and set 11 here. That's it. Now we can bring our long trim down. Hard to see, of course.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
I think that's probably got to come down a little bit more. There is a little notch here. It's very hard to see, but it's we can check it out when we're taxiing out. Okay. All right. We can get ready to start our engines. We can let that off. This goes over.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
And we'll start this engine here. There we go, and N2 should be up to 20, 21. Okay, let's get that one going. Now, we won't start the next one until the buses kick in, of course. There we go, left engine now. Let's have a look. We should be coming up to 20. Those buses should kick in. There they go.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake. And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment. And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Yeah, put the timer on. I better check out controls, eh? Oh, come on. That's better. Up we go. And we should be ready to taxi. Now, like I say, we've got to make sure where we're going. And I think straight ahead for the moment. I'll have a look at that heavy tab. Yep, so looks like we might have to do a bit of a right-hand turn to get down there. Let's see how we go. Look from up here. I think we can take this one to the right here. Okay, off goes the handbrake. Now let's see whether the long trim is okay. Otherwise I'll have to adjust it. No, that's okay. That's good. Oh, I see. It taxi's actually over there. That's more like it. Wondered what happened to the yellow line. And we should be able to go all the way down and turn right there at the bottom, and that should be taxiway Alpha. There we go. Should be right down the deck, that's better. Okay, we can put the ignition to both at the moment. We can also put our nose light to bright. Slip over here quickly and put these lights on here. And we put our takeoff mode into flex, and that should be the middle one here. I'll go right to the end. I've probably going to have to hand fly this a bit of the way. And Betty's not screaming out, so I must have got the long trim right. Let's get our landing lights on.
Approaching 16 right.
Okay, we can put on our toga. And make sure
on runway 16 right.
And we're up to 4060 already, so and we can advance the throttle. And auto throttle can come on. Airspeed's alive. And there's 80 knots already. No call outs unfortunately, but that's V1 now. And rotate. Let's say positive rate and gear up. Looks like we should be heading over this way a bit. Nice and easy does it. Let's put on our nav track. Let's put on our autopilot. And let's go to climb mode. It looks like I was going the wrong way. Oh yeah, there it was. There's the one on the right. A bit confusing there. Okay, let's see if we can get our nav track, our VNav on. That'll bring it down a bit, and we can come up with our flaps. And once it gets to 200, we can bring our flaps all the way up. So she should climb out at 250. See the bug is set there, so there we go with the flaps. So it should speed up to 250. Let's have a look and see what the climb out speed is on the FMC. And there's all your 250s until we get to 12,000 or above. Pretty good scenery, isn't it? Got a bit of a crosswind there. Let's have a look. Yeah, 30 knots crosswind. So we'll go down to this waypoint, November Romeo Echo 14, and we'll spin back and come back over the airport. With speed is settled at 250 or just a little bit below. I'll hit the limiter here. That'll limit the PR. And we'll probably run out of fuel in the centre tank very quickly. In fact, we're getting close to it already. We'll get a warning up here on the annunciator. But while I'm looking at it, the automatic reverse thrust thing can come back to where it should be. Transition height is 1,400. Flight level 140. We're climbing quite rapidly. It looks like we might be levelling off. 7,300. Oh no, we're climbing again. We're going to start the turn. Coming up 10,000, we can turn the nose light off, and our landing lights can come off as well. We can leave all our take our floodlights off, leave the wing lights on, and our seat belts can go to auto. I think we're just about there. We go. That's the fuel. So we have a quick look down here. You'll see that there's nothing left in the centre fuel tanks. So what we do is we just turn them off, and we're climbing up nicely, 10,000. Heading back over towards Narita Airport. Might get to see it, not a lot of cloud. You can see it here under a sea. Quite a departure, really. Not too often you get to come back over toward the overflow the airport, particularly with a big one like Narita. Speed's jumped up to about 290, I think it should be. Yeah, 289. So that's going to be our speed most of the way. Coming up onto transition altitude now. We can flick that over now, I think, to 1013. And that's it. Okay, let's see what we can see. There we go. Where are we? There we go. Overflowing. How about that? Beauty. Oh, that looks good. So where were we when we departed? We were over here. There. Right there. There's those blue roofs, more down here. Well, luckily no clouds, so we've got a great view. Now we should start to fly over parts of Tokyo City. Or no, I don't think we do. We've got to skirt it, I think. It's all over here. So all we're doing now is heading up to flight level 340. And just like I usually do, when we get up a little bit higher, I'll pause the video and come back when we're sort of getting close to top of descent, which won't be too far. There's the airport again. And what a great day for flying. Look at that. Okie doke. I'll pause it there, the recording anyway, and I'll see you shortly. Okay, here we are back again. We're at flight level 340, and already we have only got another 25 nautical miles to the top of descent. So in the meantime, I've had a look at Navi tab. I'll get that right. And just our initial approach fix is going to be to runway 32 left. So I'm going to put that in now so that you don't miss my top of descent, and then I'll come back and just explain how I calculated all of this. So bringing down to 3,500. Oh, damn, that bit sensitive, that knob. Okay, 350 is what we want. Okay, all right. Now that's our legs. What I might do though is I always like to keep my heading to where we're going. So Gaxi is 270 degrees. Right, okay, let's have a quick flick over to Avitab and just what the situation is here. Okay, there's the airport. According to SimBrief and to also to Active Sky, if we go down and have a look at the briefing and down the bottom here, it should say that no, it doesn't, but it gives us our wind direction, which is 0703 knots. That should, yep, that's sufficient. That'll give us a bit of a crosswind, but that's sufficient to bring us into that runway 32 left. Yeah, usually Active Sky gives you a recommended one, but they haven't in this case. Just keep in mind here that we've got QNH 10006. We know our transition height's 140. Let's have a look. Pretty light winds at 3 knots, a few clouds, scattered at 1000, broken at 1500. Yeah, looks pretty good. Good weather all the way down. Okay, so I worked out the arrival going by our last waypoint, and the last waypoint is Kodai. I think that's how you pronounce it. If you have a look here, Kodai. So I was able to turn up the arrival, and this is the arrival. It's pretty straightforward. Straight in here, and there's our runway there. Is it? Well, it should be where it is. Oh no, there it is. That's your final approach fix around here. Okay, so let's have a look at that. Well, what I've got to do, of course, while I'm looking at all this, is just check out the missed approach. Climb 5, heading 3221 DME prior to ITU, the VOR, turn left, heading 145, intercept, proceed outbound. Okay, while we're here, let's put in our frequencies for our ILS approach to that runway. And it's 110.1. Here we are, descending. 110.1. Wrong one. Oh, go back further. There we go. Okay, so that's our frequency setting, and we're descending. So we've got to set our altitude, which we have at 3,500. We're now descending, so we hit the climb button. And descend of what do we got to do next? Hang on a sec. Yeah, from what I remember, it was a transponder direction goes to below. So nothing more to do until we get a little bit lower. Okay, let's go back to what we were doing here. So we've got an ILS approach and we've got a decision height for Barrow of 281. Close enough. Might get our passengers down, eh? Okay, just a quick check here. We can have a look and see what the Barrow is at. Yeah. Just bring it over here. Okay, Osaka. Looks like we've got a bit of cloud. Alright, onto Osaka. It says altimeter is the QNH 1006, but 29.71 inches. So that's what I was after. Let's check that again. Got sidetracked there. 29.71. Close enough. Altitude, elevation, height we'll look at next. This should be up the top here. It's only 39 feet, it's not worth putting anything up there. Now if I go back here, we'll eventually see ourselves come into Kodai. Next thing we've got to look at, VREF. So 28 degrees, which is what I like to land at, it's 130. 28 degrees, 130, but I always like 140. So that's what I'll be coming in. There's our frequency which we put in. Oh, we've got to put in our course. 322 degrees. Same thing over here. And we should be all set. Everything else is pretty good. Don't need that anymore. Let's have a look at our legs. Here's runway 32 left. Going to be down to 240, and down to 221, finally 170. But that, of course, will be before VREF. Alright, now that we've done that, let's have a look outside. Got 2 layers of cloud there, we got those down there. Got an airport over there. And looking at my chart, that's called Shabu Centre International. Romeo Juliet, Golf Golf. $23,000 already. Flight level 230. Our speeds come down a bit. Down to 270. Now we're seeing our approach here. We might just might set the heading at 267 for Kodai. Wrong one. Vertical speed at the moment, 1800 feet a minute. Shame I couldn't have done this as a stream, but like I said earlier, I was having a lot of problems. In fact, about a week ago, my PC decided that it didn't want to boot up at all, and spent about a day trying to find out why it wouldn't boot up, and threw everything at it. And in the end, I had to give up and reload Windows, and of course you know what that means. Fortunately, we're lucky. Laminar Research has made X-Plane independent of the registry, so it was totally unaffected, but obviously you lose a lot of other programs that got exe files. Yeah, of course I'm running this on Windows X-Plane 4.1. Frames 28 frames per second. Not too bad. It's bearable. If I was on VATSIM and streaming at the same time, it wouldn't be looking as healthy as that. So hopefully when X-Plane goes beta, or gets released out of beta, which I hope's not too far down the track, I think I'll probably switch everything. Well, obviously we will have to switch everything over to 15, I think it'll be called, or 14 point whatever. Gee, that's good weather. Look at that. Of course, that's all ortho. I seem to recall quite some time ago someone had produced a whole lot of for the whole of Japan. I think I've got most of it. But as you probably know yourselves, that when you start downloading ortho tiles everywhere, unless you look at your little ortho map, you tend to forget where you've loaded them. So this, at the moment, that'll take us pretty well straight ahead, and we'll gradually swing a bit over to that direction. I don't think, yeah, it actually could be quite over there. I think that's possibly Osaka area there. Okay, coming down nicely. Once we get to Kodai, I'm going to set my course, my heading direction to the runway, which will be 322, just in case we've got to do missed approach. So this is close to 14. So our QNH was 1006. And you notice it automatically sets on the emergency backup and also onto the first officer, so you don't have to set those individually. Now my frames are taking a bit of a hit now. Yeah, strange how it does that. You see that? Stuttering. Okay, so we're going to be heading into Kodai, and it's got to be 9,000 or above. After that, 4 nautical miles to Yankee, what's that? Yankee Oscar Echo 21. We should be settling into 240, and it says 4,000 and above, so doesn't mean to say we have to be at 4700. And having that good freeware Narita makes it a lot more attractive now to fly around Japan. Only problem is you hardly ever see any ATC on, which is a shame. So coming up Kodai, I might flick that over to heading already. So that should be 322. There we go. So looking at our enunciators, we got our FM is showing idle. There's the initial approach fix into the runway. Don't know why that went off. That 10,000 actually, at 10,000 that ground speed should disappear. See if I'm right. Apparently that's something that McDonnell Douglas did with their this particular aircraft, which a lot of people don't particularly like. So let's watch it now. It should disappear at 10. There you go. Disappeared. Crazy. Okay, but 10's excuse for us to put our landing lights on. And about time to get the ignition switch over to both. And we get our transfer pumps on. And because we'll be coming in from a pretty long final, we'll probably pick up the localizer a lot earlier. Here's our speed now. It's down to 240 knots, and our height is at 9,100. But again, we can be above 4,000 or above, and right up to that waypoint Delta 141 Sierra. Now, of course, with the MD-80, if we use the speed brake, that's okay. We need to slow it down. But once we've dropped the flaps, you are not allowed, you're not supposed to use the speed brake. So anything to do with the speed brake has to be before you drop your flaps. We got our green banana here showing where we should hit 3,500. Let's have a quick look over here. And that's us now, of course. Coming in nicely. And we won't see us on here for a while. Oh, there we are. They're off map. So we're getting pretty close. We should start to see some action here soon. Speed's 240. That's still good for a while. We've got quite a number of waypoints to go before we've got to worry about driving the speed below 240. Bit of cloud around. I think when we get below that, we'll probably see, yeah, we're dropping down nicely now. Coming up to our turn into the finals. There we go. I think we got our localizer showing up already. And we've got the ILS showing up. So what are we? Still 240? I think when I get into the turn here, I'm going to take over with the speed. I like to do what's called an FMS override. That should stay up there for a while. We should be below the glide path. Here we go now. The VOR's picking up on the turn. Okay, let's do an FMS override, and I'm going to drop the speed down to about 185. I'll say 210 for the moment. And if it doesn't want to come down, I can bring it down. Looks like the ILS is sort of coming down already. Might be a bit early to activate it though. I think we can try with the V-lock on, see what happens. It shouldn't make much difference. Speed, still, I like the speed. Now this is where I can use the speed brake to drop it down. Speed. That brings the speed down. We don't need to do it for long. Okay, put that back up again. We might even arm ILS now because it should pick it up. And we can even drop one of the flaps. Hopefully we'll be able to capture that ILS in a minute. There we are. Got it already. Glide slope already. So we're going to drop our speed off pretty rapidly now. And because I've taken over, I can take this right back down to say 165 already. So this can be a very quick slow down job if we want. As long as this stays on track, we should be right. And we can even drop the gear now, even at that speed. Now that helps bring the speed right down. Now we can arm the speed brake. We're still on the glide slope. Speed's coming down. And we'll even drop the speed even further. Let's come all the way back down to 140. Come on down, that's it. Now I might even bring our flaps all the way down to flaps 28. It'll help slow us right down. So you're coming down very quickly. Now because we're on flaps 28, we can arm our auto throttle. Oh, sorry, auto brake. Get ourselves ready for our approach. Now notice how the speed's coming down quite rapidly, using flaps to slow us down. There we go. We should see an airport in front of us. There's the runway. And we're nearly at 1,000 feet.
1,000.
Yep, thank you. Might just lift us up a little bit here. Be a little bit closer. We're at 140 knots. Gears down. Flaps 28. My aircraft.
Approaching 3, 2, left.
A bit of trim. Now we shouldn't have much of a crosswind here.
500.
A little bit high. Just a tad high.
400.
That's better. A little bit more to the right, otherwise we'll miss that centre line. A little bit more.
200.
Over you go.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Long landing, 7,000 feet.
Bit of a
remaining.
bounce. I'm fired. Yeah, another one of my good landings. You just don't know, do you? Okay, let's turn off this high speed one here. Make sure our speed breaks down. We can start putting our flaps up. What a rotten landing. There we go. Welcome to Osaka. We can turn our flight director off here. Our position lights go to on. We'll leave on our dim light, dim sort of nose light there. Flaps are all the way up. We put our transponder over to XPDR, where the radar can come off. And we'll start up our APU. And he's there. Okay, let's look for a spot. I wish I would have done a better landing there, but them's the brakes. Let's see if we can find a place to park this baby, eh? There's plenty over there by the look of it. So I messed up a nice approach with a rough landing, and I got fired. Looks like I've got to look for another job. Let's see what we can see
Approaching.
here.
1-4 left.
Left and right, nothing coming. And I hope there's some gates around here. I think there are plenty of them. Well, Osaka should be a fair size airport. Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? What about that one over there? Does that look promising? Is 17 my lucky number? Will it work? Don't know whether Sam's here actually. Who have we got? No marshal? No auto parking device? Nothing, eh? Not a thing. Nobody to greet us. Oh well, can't have everything. Come on, girl. Get along there. Probably could have picked a better gate, but this'll do. Somehow I don't think that air bridge is going to come across. Yeah, they're all doubles by the look of it, but anyway. Alright, that comes on. And up here we can put on our auxiliaries. Nose light can come off. Not that we've been blinding anybody. Okay, emergency lights can come off. No smoking signs can come off. Seat belts off. Galley comes off. Anti-fogs can all come off. I know what I forgot to do, but it didn't matter. I should have checked the temperature at cruising height, see whether ice protection come on. But there was no clouds around, so I probably got away with it. What else? What else? Okay, let's dim the lights here. Oh, good idea if we turn off the engines. Yeah, that one off, and then that one off. And no, the gate didn't come across, and I don't think it's the Sam one. I can look, but I doubt it. No, it's not. I'm not going to worry about it. Let's just have a look and see how bad that landing was, eh? Here we go, replay. Ready for this? All right. Oh. Nice city there. Well, I got the angle right there, the nose eye attitude. So I got that right. It looks pretty good. Let's see what I messed up here. Oh, well, I'm fired for that. Give me a break. Alright. Let's go back for a bit. I'll have a look from the end, eh? See what it looks like. Here we go. I missed the centre line though. I know that much. Nearly got it though. Yeah, look at that, wasn't too bad. Let's go back a little bit further here to there, and let's try it from here. Yeah, won't miss the centre line. I don't know. Alright, let's have a quick look from the tower. Must admit, I like flying around Japan. I think it's quite a pretty place. If that's the right word for it. Let's have a look. Do you think my passengers were rattled from that? I don't think so. I'm going to have just a wing view, see what we can see, eh? Now which buttons I push for that? 3? I think 9. No? Oh, I had another one, but this is the only one I've got left.
100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Bit of a wing wobble there, but okay, that does it. I think we've seen all we can see. And that pretty well wraps me up. I must admit, I did enjoy that flight from Narita. It really was a good freeway. This isn't bad either. Look at this. It's pretty good. I think that's freeway as well. Yeah. Not bad at all. Yeah, a lot of good airports around Japan, you know. But anyway, thanks guys for watching it. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed the flight, very much so. Even the landing. So again, thanks for joining, and I'll see you next time. Bye.